Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing my Sephora holiday sale recommendations. You guys know that I always love to do these Sephora VIB sale recommendation videos because I just feel like they can be very helpful. I know that when I'm thinking about what I want, I love to watch other people talk about what they suggest or things that maybe they're interested in as well. So I'm gonna jump right into that. In case you're wondering why I'm so done up, it's because today is October 31st, one of my favorite days of the year. I love Halloween. If you guys haven't noticed, on my Instagram, I'm all about Halloween. If you don't follow me on Instagram, follow me now. It's The Mexican Beauty. You don't want to miss it because I post a lot on there. So yeah, I'm decked out with my shirt, got my nails, which you guys have been seeing, and then did some glam makeup because Mama's gonna be handing out candy today, so I want to look super festive for the kitties. Okay, so I first want to go ahead and start off with skincare. First thing I want to talk about is, if you haven't done so already, please check out First Aid Beauty. They have the best skincare of life. If you guys have very sensitive skin, if you hate stuff with fragrance, if you have rosacea, eczema, or just suffer from a lot of dryness, you can never go wrong with First Aid Beauty. I am always speaking on their products because they're so good. Their Ultra Repair Cream is my absolute favorite lotion of life. You can use it for your body and you can use it for your face. During the time period that I was suffering from severe rosacea and nothing worked for me, that was the only moisturizer that worked on my face, that hydrated my skin, that made my skin feel semi-okay. But they have their cleanser, which is phenomenal. They have serums. They have a night cream that I always talk about. I wear it every night and it just hydrates my skin. It makes it feel so nice and plump and ready to conquer the day. They also have concealers there. They just have pretty much a good range of your go-to staple products. They're totally skincare approved that I personally will always ride for them because they are just that good. If you're looking for a new brand to launch into when it comes to skincare, First Aid Beauty is your baby. And I do have to say, they're not that expensive. I know a lot of brands at Sephora tend to be really expensive when it comes to skincare, but they're actually a pretty fair price that I think is in anybody's budget. Whether you are working, hustling, whether you're a single parent, whatever it may be your situation, they have a good budget-friendly product selection that you can all benefit from. So now I want to move on to these that have recently become some of my staples, and they are the Sephora Collection masks. Now they recently launched these. They have the Sephora Collection face sheet masks, which I like, but I feel like it's more so for glamour. But they launched a great range of these Sephora masks that target different types of needs that you may have. So the one that I use a lot, especially these past few weeks, all of my Halloween looks that I've done, my skin has gone through the ringer. So I've been obsessed with the oat mask, and this one helps with soothing. Now it does tell you on the label that it's good for 5 uses. These do retail for $7, so they're not that expensive, but I feel like I've used this more than 5 times and I still have a good amount in here. It just really depends on how you use it, but I guess it's good that they tell you in case you do go through it pretty fast. You're not like, oh my God, why did it go by so fast? So in here you get 1.69 ounces. So I got this one for the soothing, and they have so many, so you're not just limited to this one. Another one that I have is the skin perfecting. This one does contain the grapefruit and it's a peeling mask. So with this one, it's really nice because on those days that you may discover a little blemish, or you kind of want your skin to look super perfected the next day, whether you're going to be going to a party or taking lots of pictures, stuff like that, that's the type of mask that I would go for. You guys know that Sephora Collection is a pretty fair price brand at Sephora. These are $7, so that's not breaking the buck. And I feel like these are great, like I mentioned with First Aid Beauty, for everybody. So now I want to move on to the makeup portion of this video. I want to talk about some palettes that I would highly recommend during this Sephora sale, and that is the new Anastasia Beverly Hills palette. So you guys know that Anastasia had so many launches towards the end of this year that people were like, okay, let's hit the brakes, let's chill. But I do feel like out of everything they launched, the ones that I would really recommend you guys checking out are the Jackie Aina palette and the Carli Bible palette. So I always like these smaller palettes because they are smaller, they kind of follow a color scheme. So I feel like they did a good job this year of having two palettes that are different. The Jackie Aina palette definitely contains more so of those warm shades. I feel like these are so appropriate right now for the fall season, and you can carry these into winter. And I just feel like these are shades that a lot of people really love. Like, I use these shades consistently. I have some of these shades on my lids, and I just feel like it's a fun palette to dive into for everyday use, but also for your more so done up looks. I do have a video where I do my makeup using this palette. I will have that link down below so you guys can watch it in case you want to kind of like feel it out a little bit more. As for the Carli palette, I know a lot of people were kind of like, I don't know about it, because it was definitely a very different palette than what you're used to. I feel like this does contain a lot of fun cool tones, and to be honest, this is such a winter palette. Like, this is something that I would dive into for holiday parties, also for like New Year's and stuff. This is the palette that I'm gearing towards. And I feel like with these two palettes, you really get a diverse selection, so you're not limited to just a certain color scheme. I feel like the Norvina palettes are great, like I mentioned, but I just feel like with so many colors, it can definitely get overwhelming, and these are definitely more so for people that are like really creative and love playing with color. As opposed to these, I feel like you'll get more use out of them. Okay, so now I want to talk about a few more palettes, and these are the Nude palettes. So you guys will see a video of me trying these babies out on Sunday, so stay tuned for that. But I totally recommend these. I feel like these are phenomenal. I've been a fan of Huda Beauty palettes, the mini palettes that is, for a long time, and I've said it and I'm gonna say it again. I think these are a better purchase than buying those big palettes for, what is it, like $50 plus $60? I think these for $29 is a great deal, and I've been so into mini palettes because, like I mentioned again, these are palettes that you can easily look into and be like, okay, I have a small selection, I'm not gonna get overwhelmed, and I'm gonna be able to really create some fun looks out of this without being like, oh my God, there's too much going on here. So I feel like these are great. They're perfectly in our comfort zone. You have this nice medium palette, and then you also have this palette right here, which is the Rich palette. With these two palettes, you can do everything. You can create some phenomenal looks. I mean, I feel like these palettes are really in all of our comfort zones, and you can't go wrong with it. Huda Beauty's formula is also another really excellent formula. So if you're looking for maybe a smaller palette and you don't want such a big selection like the ones from Anastasia Beverly Hills, then you can definitely go a little bit smaller and get these babies. These are approved by me, and I own the neon palettes. I also own the other mini palettes that they recently launched. I had some extra ones and I gave them out to my friends. I'm like, girls, you need these because they're so bomb. Like, that's how much I really enjoy these Huda Beauty palettes. I feel like they're absolutely a perfect staple for your collection, especially right now with this season where I feel like you can really play with color. Deep burnt reds, those deep like burgundy colors, you can just really play with those like out there colors. I want to talk about Huda Beauty lipsticks. So I mentioned one of them in a past recommendations video, but now I'm going to mention two more because I got two more during that sale. But I really love these Huda Beauty lipsticks. They are absolutely phenomenal. They are like a soft matte type of consistency. And what I love about them is that they're so creamy on the lips, so they don't feel really drying, but they last for a very long time considering they are a lipstick formula. The first one that I'm always raving about is Staycation. This is like a beautiful nude. And I just feel like with this nude, you can really like just wear it with anything. And what I even do is I pair it with a liner, which I'm gonna speak about these liners in just a second. But I just love a rich, pretty nude. The next one that I have here is Interview. This one I really like because it's more so the color of my lip. So I feel like when I'm doing a more like natural snatch, or I wanna look super just like, you know, subtle glam, I think this is the way to go because it just honestly looks like my natural lip color. So I love that one. Like I mentioned, that's Interview. This one I like it because for those quick days where I don't have time to do the lip liner, I can just throw this on and it doesn't need dimension to, you know, look good on anybody. So I really like this for just every day. And then the next one that I have here is Pool Party. And the reason I got Pool Party was because I was looking for like a rosy mauve color because I feel like sometimes those just look so good during this fall season, especially when you want to go for a like girly vibe. It's kind of like a berry toned like mauve color that I just feel like is perfection. The swatch is just so smooth. Like it just glides so smooth and so pigmented on your lips that I feel like this is the time to get it. Like I mentioned, these are a little pricier, but I think what better time to purchase it than right now during the sale when you can get a discount off of these. This is perfect timing because for a full price, sometimes I'm like, I don't know about that. So this is the time. Okay, so now I want to talk about some more lip products. I'm going to be moving into a gloss that I'm obsessed with, and I'm actually wearing it right now. So the gloss that I'm wearing right now is Artist Couture glosses. So I've been using some of Artist Couture glosses, and they're just really pretty. They have like a nice shimmer, like a glittery finish, and they're a little bit more on the, they're pigmented, but like you can still see like your lip color, like you just wear it alone, and it's not like a full pigmentation. But Mac Daddy and Artist Couture just came out with these nicely pigmented, rich 3 shades. They came out with this one, which I'm wearing right now. It's this beautiful, like, nude, like brownie nude, like a cool tone nude. Oh my gosh, I'm living for it. This one is in the color Uncensored. They have 2 more shades. One's like a pinky tone, which looks very pretty. It's kind of like, it reminds me a little bit of this color in the middle right here. It's so beautiful. But I was like, that's more of like springtime. Stick to the one that you really want. And then they have another one, which is a little bit more darker and rich, like a berry toned. That's phenomenal for the fall time right now, but this one stood out to me so much. The pigmentation is so nice and just rich, and it's not sticky, which is something that I hate from lip glosses. It's just a really good formula. And also, as you can see, it's pigmented. Also, it has like that peppermint scent type of thing, and it kind of like tingles a little bit. I think it's supposed to kind of like plump your lips a little bit. So I'm just like, I'm here for this. I am totally here for this. So I really recommend checking these out. These are selling for $18, so I don't think that's too bad of a price, but I think that these you need to get your hands on because they are so good. Okay, so now we're gonna move on to lip liners. So my favorite lip liners from Sephora right now are the ones from Makeup Forever, and I have 2 right here, and I mentioned one of them multiple times. This one that I'm gonna talk about first is Versatile Chestnut in 610. This one I always pair it with Staycation, which is my nude shade. You guys always see me wear this combo. This is like my holy grail nude combo of the year, so go get it. Like I mentioned, it's Staycation, and then the Versatile Chestnut, like they are a dream come true. The next one that I became recently obsessed with, also I feel like it's perfect for this season, is this one, which is the Total Taupe. I'm wearing it on my lips right now. So I went ahead, it's like definitely a cool tone one. It's like a taupey color, but I went ahead and lined my lips. You guys can kind of see it right there. And then I went in with this because I feel like sometimes lip liner can really add good dimension to glosses that may be a little bit more nude for your complexion, and kind of just give it that dimension that it needs to really look good with, you know, the makeup you have on or just like your complexion. So I love this one, Total Taupe, and I also pair this with my nudes, my liquid lipsticks. Like it's just a great lip liner. I love these lip liners because they're just your traditional lip liner, so you can literally take a sharpener and sharpen this baby up, and you have no problems. And they just have great pigmentation that I'm always here for. So I wanna move on to complexion. So first I'm gonna go ahead and start off with Tinted Moisturizer. I have one that I wanna mention. Also, I really quickly wanna say, if there's things that I don't mention, that I've mentioned in the past that I'm always like, oh, they're my holy grails, it's because I've already mentioned them in previous recommendation videos. It doesn't mean that I'm not loving them right now. These are just new products, a new selection of things that I recommend in the season that we're in. This is a matte formula, and I did do a review on this, which I will have linked down below as well, but this is so good, and it's only $18, which is a really good price for Sephora because everything in Sephora is pretty pricey. It covers great, especially if you're looking for a tinted moisturizer that will actually cover what you want it to cover, like rosacea, scars, I don't know, whatever, like zits, whatever you may want to cover, this will cover it. It's so nice and silky, and it lays so beautiful on the skin where it almost gives you like a very pretty like foundation-y finish in a way, but it feels like you have nothing on. Like it's so good. And I feel like it does wear a nice matte for a good amount of the day, which is something that I always appreciate from a product that's telling me that they're matte. So I really recommend this one, and I love the packaging for traveling. Like I feel like this is like my go-to for on the go, and I've just been obsessed. And this one is in the shade 08 Canvas. So now I'm gonna move on to foundation. So the foundation that I would recommend picking up from Sephora that's more on the new side is the Kat Von D True Portrait Foundation. This foundation is so nice, especially if you're somebody that's looking for a foundation that's full coverage, that's gonna feel very lightweight on the skin. It's very rare to find stuff like that because I feel like as soon as we see full coverage, we're like, let's hit the brakes. It's gonna be super thick. It's gonna look cakey. We don't want that. And I feel like the old foundation by Kat Von D The Lock-It foundation was definitely a very full coverage foundation, and we were all like, woof. Now that we've evolved, this is like the evolution, and I really like what they did with this. I feel like it gives you such a beautiful finish. I feel like with this foundation, it's definitely more so for the person that is truly oily, because I feel like if you don't have that oily of a skin, it can definitely kind of like sink into your skin and kind of break apart and separate. But I feel like if you are somebody that's looking for a good full coverage, lightweight matte foundation, this is going to be one that you will definitely enjoy. Okay, so now I want to move on to brows. So for brows, I want to mention the Fenty Beauty MVP brow pencil. I use it in the shade Soft Black, and it just blends perfectly with my hair, with like my look, with everything. They came out with 14 shades. They have great shade range for eyebrows because there's a lot of brow colors. It's not just like, you know, like a select 5 or 4. Like there's a good range of brow colors. And I love the paddle brush that comes behind it. Like instead of like a spoolie, it comes with like this paddle brush, and I feel like it does such a good job of really brushing your hairs exactly where they need to go and them staying there. And that's, I feel like, what we needed, because I feel like sometimes a spoolie just kind of like, you know, makes them sit a little bit and then they come back falling down. But the paddle brush really like sits them back up perfectly. So I really recommend checking out the Fenty Beauty brow pencils. They are such top notch. So I do quickly want to mention lashes, because you guys know that I'm like a lash fiend. In my favorites video that I just did, I mentioned the Rome lashes by Lilly Lashes. They're absolutely phenomenal. Also the Miami lashes, the Mykonos lashes. I have like a stash of my Lilly Lashes in my lash bin. I'm actually gonna restock on some Lilly Lashes in the style Miami because I need another pair. I was literally gonna put them on today, and I was like, where's the pair? And I realized that I've already gone through them. So I have to go pick up some more, and this is definitely the time to do that because they are pricier. They're like $29 or maybe 26. I don't know. They're in the 20s, but they're like upper 20s. So you guys know with that, like you need to really, you know, pick and choose when to buy when there's a good sale, because that's what's gonna help you save the big bucks. But I do have to say with those, even though they do retail for a little bit more than your typical lash, they last you so many wears. So those would be the ones that I would say get your hands on. They're just absolutely beautiful. Okay, so those are all pretty much the products that I personally own that I would really recommend you guys checking out. So now I want to talk about some of the things that I have seen floating around that I would definitely want to check out. So I feel like during this sale is the perfect time for you guys to pick up sets, gifts. And I feel like a lot of you guys are like, it's about to be holiday time, I need to pick out gifts. Like we are in the beginning of November, and this is the time where you want to start looking into ideas for gifts, because I mean, when you least expect it's going to be, you know, the holidays. So that being said, I've been seeing some little, you know, sets circulating around. The first one that I saw that I thought would be really cute, like as a stocking stuffer or like a gift for like, you know, a friend or something, is the Fenty Beauty by Rihanna glosses, the mini gloss bomb set. It comes with some beautiful glosses that are in like mini form. If you know somebody that hasn't tried Fenty Beauty and they've been wanting to try the glosses, that's like the perfect little gift to get them so they can like experiment with all different types of colors. So that's definitely one that I would say is absolutely beautiful. Guys, I'm telling you, there's so many little sets that you can get at Sephora for stocking stuffers for work, for stocking stuffers at holiday parties, or like for friends, you know? I feel like sometimes we want to get like all of our friends gifts, but like we're like, okay, we need to be on a budget. So this is a perfect time for you to knock out those gifts for your friends, for your family members, and still being like on a budget because you know you have a discount. So I want to look into some more perfumes. I'm a perfume fiend. My favorite ones are definitely the ones by KKW Beauty, and it's funny because they're about to launch a sister collection with Kourtney and Chloe and Kim, and I'm just like, I'm buying that bundle. I'm buying that bundle. But there is definitely a perfume that I'm eyeing from Sephora, and it's the Gucci one. I think it came out this fall, but it smells like fall. Like it smells like this time of the year. It's a very warm, musky, kind of like masculine scent, and I kind of want to get my hands on it. So we'll see if I get that, but that's another one that I'm eyeing. Definitely this is like perfect perfume season, cologne season, to stock up on those for gifts. Like I mentioned, you can get the big gift sets. You can get good deals on it. And I know perfumes and colognes tend to be expensive expensive, like $100, $80. So it's really good to use your coupon on this. You guys are probably dying to know like the in-depth, the nitty-gritty of the sale. So today the sale started for the Rouge members. Rouge members are like the top tier members that like I think spend like $1,000 or more at Sephora. And it starts from today, which is November 1st, and it ends on November 11th. They will be receiving 20% off. So that's a pretty legit deal. For my VIBs who I'm pretty sure they spend up to like $500 a year in Sephora, the sale for them starts November 7th through the 11th, and they will be receiving 15% off their sale. For my insider members who are just, you know, maybe just got their cards or don't shop at Sephora often, only maybe for these special times of the year where there's a sale, the sale is also from November 7th through 11th, like my VIB members, and they will be receiving 10% off. Super exciting time of the year. I feel like this is when everybody gets super like festive-y and they become like Santa Claus, buying everybody gifts, buying themselves gifts. I mean, why shouldn't we, you know? So there's a lot of hot stuff at Sephora right now. And there's also some stuff that is like, eek. So I hope I covered as much as I could. I wanted to share with you guys my recommendations, the things that I really stand by and would definitely recommend you guys checking out. Please feel free to comment down below and ask me your questions. I love interacting with you guys and starting conversations. Also, don't forget to leave me your recommendations. What are some things at Sephora that you are dying for me to check out that perhaps you're in love with? I always love knowing. It's so helpful to me because I love makeup and all things beauty. So leave that down below. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed watching this video, please don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. It lets me know to continue doing these types of videos for you guys. And also don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't become a member of our family here on YouTube, because I would love for you to join our family of makeup and fun, because I always hook you guys up with the best content. I always am here to splurge before I let you splurge on the wrong things. So hit that subscribe button, and while you're at it, make sure that you hit that notification bell so that you never miss a video, because why would you? I mean, why? So hit that bell, hit that subscribe button, and become a member. So that being said, I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll be seeing you guys very, very soon for a brand new video. Bye, guys.